Hello friends, stack in computer science. I'm here to discuss on stack, which is the important part of computer science as far as term 2 examinations are concerned. So what is a stack? You would like to know about stack. So stack is basically I can show you with I can demonstrate the example by which you will get to know that what the stack is. So here this is the example. Stack in Python. After explanation, I'll create the program in Python as well, and this program will be a main-driven program. So before creating the program, I would like to explain the terminology of a stack. So what is basically stack? So if you see these diagrams, in the first diagram you see the pile of plates. In the second diagram you see the pile of books, and the third diagram you see the pile of coins. So if you consider the first figure, if in this figure if no plate is there, then this is the empty uh, picture. You can see the empty table, means there was no object on this. And as soon as any of the first plate comes in, and now becomes the base of the stack. So this will be the first element of the stack, and when there is no element on the stack, it means the stack is empty. So as soon as the second element comes, means second plate comes in, this second plate will be placed on top of the first plate. And this is the terminology of a stack, that whichever element comes in will be placed on top of the other. So when third plate comes in, it will be placed on top of the second plate, and so on. Similarly, when you go to the library and when you pick any book from the almirah and put it on the table, so if no book is on the table, then the picked up book will be the first book of the stack, or the first book on the table, and this is the first element of the stack. And when you pick up a new book and place it on to the book already there, means book on the book. So the second book on the first top, on top of the first book, this is again the terminology of stack. When you pick up a third book from the almirah and put it on the top of the second book, so this way you can see the pile of pile of books basically is the stack. And here in the coin collection, if you put one coin on the base or on the table, and when you take second coin, the second coin will be placed on top of the first coin, then third coin, then fourth coin, and this way you can create the complete stack. So this is the stack terminology, where one function or one operation is there, uh, by which you will be able to place element one on top of the other. And the second operation is when you remove the element, any book from top of the book, plate from top of the element, and coin from top of the coin stack. So there are two main operations, push and pop. Then there is another operation or function, that is the peek. Peek means top. So what is on top? So top element of the stack is known as the peek element. So this demonstration or these pictures show how to stack is formed and how stack is processed. See here, this is definition where the stack can be defined as the linear data structure with the mechanism where the items in the system are placed one on top of the other and processed on last in first out basis. Whichever comes in the last will be processed first, so that whichever comes in the last will immediately be available for processing, and whatever comes in the last will be placed on top of the other, and hence the top element is available for processing. So this is the proper definition of a stack. So there are the operations which we can apply on the stack, that is push, pop and pick. Push means you want to insert the element and putting that element on top of the stack. Pop means you are going to process the element and which will come out from the top of the stack. From middle you cannot take the element. This is the condition. So if you want to process the stack, the element will be pushed on top and will be deleted from top only. So from one end you can apply both the operations, push and pop. And the third operation is peek, and this will show you the top element of the stack. And there are two functions more, those are display and so display I have taken because I am going to create the program. So display will display the status of this stack. Means if you are entering first element, suppose 10. So when 10 element number 10 is pushed onto a stack, it means this is the first element. But this is also known as the peak element, that is top element, because no element above 10, and that is why this is known as peak element. When you enter another element, say when you push next element, say 20, when you push 20, it will be pushed on top of the 10. 30, then it will be pushed on top of 20, and so on. And when you delete the element or when you process the element, so 30 will be processed first, then 20 is processed, then 10 is processed. So when stack is full, so peak operation will show you or will tell you that is which is the top element. So this is the function of peak. See here, this is a diagram. We have functions like push, pop and peak. So here I have three elements like 18, 25 and 15, and this is stack. You can suppose it at stack. So if you insert any element of, or if you push any element, so I'm going to push 18, then 25, then 15. So see how I can push these elements into a stack. So see here, I'm going to push element 18 here. So 18 will be pushed into stack and will be set into the bottom because this is the first element. First element. So this is the first element and set to the bottom of the stack. Then you are going to push another element, that is 25. So when you want to push 25, 25 will be set on top of the 18 like this. This is the top element now, and top index is 1 here. So when you insert or when you push the element 15, this will be placed on top of 25. See this. So this is the top, and index is top, but top element is your 15. So if you process the peak, peak will show you 15 because the top element is 15. Okay, so if you see this stack in terms of Python, and there are three elements. So if you move from left to right, the indexes will increase like 0, 1, 2, and when you traverse from right to left, the indexes will be -1, -2, -3 and so on. Any -1, -1, -2, -3, and so on. So if you want to get the peak, then in Python, it's a very easy to get the peak because -1 index can give you the peak element. Now, you see, I want to now pop the element. So how to pop the element? So while pop operation is applied, the last item which is placed is immediately available for processing. So last item was what? Last item is 15. So this 15 is available to process. So if I want to if I want to pop the element, I will have to process this. Now top will set to 1. And again, if I pop the element, 25 will come out. Now 25 will come out. And again, if I pop, then 18 will come out. So this way we can process the stack. And one thing you must have observed that while popping out the values, first I popped out 15, then I popped out 25, then I popped out 18. So this way we can reverse the string as well. Okay, so this is the concept of stack. Hope you understand. And if you have any query and if you have any doubt, we'll discuss it in while we create the program in Python. So till then, consider the stack and study stack and collect the questions related to stack and come back when we create the program. So till then, bye.